guys, welcome back to the 3Fs. Today I'll be making sirloin steak with sweet potato chips, cherry tomatoes and carrots. This is the list of the ingredients that you'll need to make this recipe. I suggest getting a steak from your local butcher's that's been aged appropriately so that it could be nice and tender and juicy like the one that I bought. For the steak, start by removing any excess moisture using a kitchen towel. Then peel a clove of garlic, grate it using a fine grater and massage the garlic into the meat on both sides. Then also on both sides, season with salt and pepper to taste. Once seasoned, place the meat to one side and begin with the Cajun chips. Start by peeling the sweet potato, and as you can see, some areas of the sweet potato I was using has oxidized, so just make sure you peel all of those areas off as well if that happens to your sweet potato. Once it's peeled, chop the potato into your desirable size of chip. I prefer a medium-sized chip, not too thin, not too thick either. So I just quarter it and then from there, dice it down until it's the right size that I want, which is not too thick and not too thin either. Once you have completely chopped up your potato, I suggest you throw it in the microwave for a few minutes, not too long. I would say maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And once it's out of the microwave, you can sprinkle some coconut oil and the Cajun seasoning on top and place it in the oven for maybe 10 to 15 minutes for it to just crisp up a bit. Now the last thing to prep will be the carrots. Just peel them and then cut them to reasonable size, which would be, for me, quartering them and then keeping a bit of the green top bit just for presentation. I'm sure it's edible, but yeah, I won't be eating that.
To boil the carrots, cover them with enough water and place them on the hob and have them at high heat and bring them to the boil, and then once they have reached boiling point, turn the volume down or maybe completely off, depending how tender or how crispy you want them. For me, I like them not too mushy, not too soft, so I boil them, then turn them to a medium heat. For the steak, make sure the pan is really hot and have some olive oil or coconut oil. Then gently place the steak down while it's super hot and let it sizzle on both sides for roughly 3 to 6 minutes, depending on how well you want it. At this point, it's been roughly 3 or 4 minutes. You could check on your carrots, see if they're tender enough, give them a little poke. If they still need a bit of cooking, just let them be or turn the volume down. Once you have checked the steak on one side, it should be roughly time to throw in the cherry tomatoes so they can cook alongside the steak. The way this steak is sizzling right now, I'm just in love. If you can only smell like the steak right now. Once everything is cooked to your preference, all that's left to do is plate up, and you can start with the carrots. Just use a paper towel to take off any of the excess water that's on it and just plate that up, ready to eat. There were still chips left over from the one sweet potato I used, so depending on how much or how many chips you want, then one sweet potato can be enough for 2 people. Yeah, it really depends on how much of each thing you want. In the end, I felt like the cherry tomatoes, 1 whole vine was a bit much for me, maybe half a vine per person, or less, depending if they like it or not.
I'm just gonna tuck in, give it a little taste, see how it. I'm gonna start with the steak. It's really tender, and you get like a slight taste of garlic coming through. Try the carrot. Still very sweet. Take a cherry tomato. Cherry tomato works really well with the steak, and it stops the meal from being dry because they're very juicy. They're full of, I don't know if you can see that there, like really succulent, and the meat is cooked perfectly. I shove that in my mouth. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you guys try out the recipe. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and I will see you next time. Till next time, bye.